Here we go.
That night, I went to ask Mr. Dr. Maractus for his chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
You knew about the botched operation. So you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself.
I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brad's got his health checkup report. And that he was coming to settle the score.
I see. Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. So we have to perceive.
Can't really see her hand there.
So, you did go to steal that chart.
Were you listening? I said I asked him for it.
The victim was a man in good health. I don't see how she could have coerced him.
True. That would have been impossible without a pistol.
What if she did have a pistol?
I'll admit I wanted the chart. That much is true. My reason was simple. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall today.
It certainly would have put a damper on your wedding plans, I'd say.
Not only that, the Kitakis had gotten that chart. I'd probably be with Dr. Maractus now, pulling the great noodle stand in the sky. It would seem our witness was in a fix as well.
Shit.
Who would want to die pulling a noodle stand?
When I die, it'll be by disappearing mysteriously in the middle of a magic act. Could you be a little less morbid, please?
So you see, I needed that chart.
He didn't understand.
Wouldn't listen to a word I was saying. And when he saw me, he started to tremble. I thought it was what a sad excuse for a man.
Please don't smile like that anymore. It's creepy.
He was practically delusional. She's covering her ring hand there.
Yeah, so she knows about the habit. So there's another habit here. You know what? I actually believe that, because maybe he shot at her, but I still don't get how he would get the pistol. They sent you.
He thought the Kitakis had sent me to get the chart. It makes some sense. You are the son's fiance. Don't make me laugh. The Kitakis sent me. They don't play that way. If they know about that chart, they would have gone there with guns blazing. But I couldn't convince the trembling doctor otherwise.
If that's really all that happened, what were all those noodle bowls doing there?
How should I know? There wasn't any bowls there when I went. That much. I know that much. Well, you'll let me be and go look for the killer someplace else, alright?
Do I detect uncertainty there?
Uh.
This is my last chance. Apollo, any word from your bracelet? Yeah, actually. I felt it respond.
So it might be that last one.
Yep. I couldn't see a thing. It's up to you, Apollo. Time to perceive the truth. Here comes justice.
Hmm.
Right there, right there.
Oh.
She's wiggling her hands.
I saw it. I just...
Right there.
Oh, I didn't...
Gotcha! I was trying to time it. All I did was talk and lie.
What? Show me proof.
I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yeah, you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words.
My twitch? What are you talking about?
You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf.
What? What?
This is working better than I hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth, she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth.
Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth.
Seems that when you call what really happened in that office. You can't keep your hands off your neck, can you?
What if, like, could we haven't mentioned this yet. What if the doctor attacked her or something, and maybe that's why the red mark is there? We have this red mark down here. We haven't explained
It's
that.
not blood, though. Like you said, it's not bright enough for blood. Right?
But we still need explanation for that. Wait.
I think it has something to do with the noodle cart. What if you're like... She's definitely stepped in paint. It seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in Miraculous Clinic's office. Did he try to strangle her?
Maybe.
With the cord? I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. I think he tried to strangle her. That might be lipstick. What's that? You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Yeah?
Eh?
Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state.
Well, spit it out. Talking circles nonsense is killing me.
Very well. The answer is very simple, Miss Alita Tiala. Please remove your scarf.
This is a trial to determine what happened in the park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf.
I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove.
Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what has already been proven.
What?
You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf.
Wow, the judge is actually doing something. He's actually trying to make himself useful here. He's like, may I remind you, you are not unrelated. Thank you for pointing it out, kid. No!
I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? Your neck. This isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at Maractus Clinic. You need to get that chart back no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol to do it. But wait! Looking at this lamp and a witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened.
Now, I wonder, maybe she did somehow get a pistol, and the one Waki pointed at the victim was a different pistol entirely, and after she got out, she swapped the pistols, wiping the prints off the one she was holding. So
I had a different idea.
The pistol she was holding and that did both the shots would be left at the scene, and the one that he had that never was shot, or he could have shot it, we don't know. That one was taken away from the scene. What do you think?
Here's what's interesting. I hate to say it, but I think the victim actually thought he killed her. Hence, he put her in the cart, right? Wheeled her in the cart and then brought her to the park. He was going to
dispose the body.
He brought her there. She woke up, and then
that would explain why he took the cart. He was using it to cover for her body.
Yeah, I think she got knocked out. Now, what not with the gun is still unclear with me, because it's either she shot at him, and then maybe he tried firing and there was no bullets left, or maybe it was on an odd round or something like that. But maybe she had the ammunition and only brought one bullet. That one bullet missed, causing the scuffle. And then she had another bullet in her dress or something like that. Had the ammunition on her, loaded the gun. Weird nonetheless. But I definitely think the victim strangled her. She got knocked out, and he actually succeeded in knocking her out. Think she's dead, pull the body up, and then suddenly you're at the park. And then you run into a man with a knife. At that point, there's a scuffle about to go down. And then she peeks and shoots him.
Could be. Let's see. I think you still need to read this one.
I'm just very unclear of who shot the bullet in the...
I think it was still her. Given that situation you mentioned, it would have to be her.
Yeah. Or we can go for bad ending C. Right. Bad ending C is... Actually, no, it doesn't make sense. Because she definitely got out from the left side, right? She jumped out south side of the cabin. Mm-hmm. If she made a noise of her getting up, that would cause him to look left, and then our accused would actually... what we're defending is actually doing the deed anyways. Right, so there's a chance that he heard ricketing in the shack. He turns...
She didn't get out until after everyone had left.
Yeah. Just a weird thought, though. Like, she got out without thinking about it and tried to escape. caused the noise, and then he looked and got shot. Right? But that doesn't support.
That doesn't support what Scatter said.
Yeah. Okay. I definitely think he thought he got away with murder, used the cart, and then probably would have placed the blame on the cart guy after, right?
Maybe.
Because he hates him anyways, right? So why not use the cart? Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness, specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus clinic. Look at the feathers go.
Also, can I say that animation position she was doing there is exactly the same one Dahlia did?
Order, order, order. Will someone please tell me what really happened?
I told you the truth already. Went to collect that night to warn Dr. Maractus. The gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. Looks like the clinic seeing its last patient. We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me. So you can save your own skin? What? I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. With you that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the straw.
Short straw.
Short straw. If I'm going down, I want company. You.
And what happened next?
You jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. And you took that cord. Pal Maractus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out.
So you were the victim.
And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick.
I was right about the lipstick.
I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now?
Eh?
I was out cold. Almost killed. You claim that I then snuck into the noodle stand? But how could I?
You woke up in it. Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now? No.
You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet, if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala. When did this happen? Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we know about Miss Tiala? Very well, this finishes the cross-examination of this objection. I knew I was going to be interrupted.
Not so fast. This party's just getting started. Now we rock!
What?
The spikes on your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way?
Prosecutor Gavin?
Bob Maractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. What happened next?
He's right, there's more we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She wouldn't have been out for a while. Even well, what if it was her in the noodle stand? Alita Tiala half dead and Rocker Maractus pulling that stand. And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand.
This would explain why her shoes were left behind.
Yeah.
Her shoes were left behind because she went in there to talk to him. She put on the slippers because there's proper etiquette for going there. And that's why they were still on her when she walked across the scene of the accident and walked into the paint. And then she realized she had to get rid of them.
What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet.
You really
You
want to blame me
for
this murder, do you?
Yes, YouTube, I swore.
You too, Prosecutor Gavin. Me, Fraudane, I only wish to know the truth.
Well, let's go back over what we've learned up until now. On the day of the murder, Waki saw his checkup report. From what he learned about the bullet still inside him, so he took a pistol from the family stash with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine. And Miss Tiala heard about this from Waki. So she went to Maractus Clinic ahead of him in order to get rid of the chart with his signature. But then, something happened.
Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But what about Dr. Maractus?
That does seem to be the problem. He just drank us Alita Tiala. Perhaps he thought to death. What did he do after this crime? I was just knocked out, not dead. From the state of his clinic and the scene of the park, I think it's clear what a good doctor did next. Is he helping us against her now?
Yep.
He must realize, like, yeah, she did it. I'm gonna prosecute her now. Well, there, forehead, care to guess?
Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do? Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala. Do I have some evidence to show what he did next?
Oh, wrong way. It's gotta be the noodle stand. Like, what about, why did he take the noodle stand then?
As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldon's noodle stand.
What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So he randomly stole a noodle stand.
It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in that clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside the stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls? Maybe because the stand was heavy. Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Ah. Wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala.
My corpse?
Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he killed you.
His next move would be to dispose of the body. That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Then let's think about it, logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run to but the defendant, Waki Kitaki?
I question your logic.
What's this, Prosecutor Gavin?
The park is a dead end. Why would he head into that direction to begin with? Isn't there a river there? Yep. I'm pretty sure that's a river. That's right. He had no reason to get there. Oh, now I get it. It's a trick. The spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination.
What?
Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram. Oh, he was right near the end.
Yep.
To exactly where the victim was dragging that stand. Yeah, that's a river. Yes, Your Honor, I scarcely need to explain why.
A perfect place to dispose of a body. He was going to throw me into that river? You'd have many other options, Fraulein.
I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then the denouement.
It's denouement. Remember in Rain Code? That's how it's pronounced because she said it. That's how I knew it was denouement. The denouement.
Wesley Sticker, of course, panty snatching fame walks up. Between the two men, he shouts, in that instant,
So, I shot him?
You were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you. Well, Miss Tiala.
Nice work.
You mean I'm right?
I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story to get that spoiled brat off the hook.
You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling the stand through the park?
Who knows? But just one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak.
Whereof what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Wouldn't there be a hole through the tarp?
Is there anything we haven't used? I don't think so. I think we've used everything.
We haven't used the pistol all the way.
No, we've used a pistol for country.
We pointed it out, but we've never examined it. Like, I think they just looked at it. Honestly, I feel like it's there'd be a hole through the tarp, right, on the curtain.
You can just move it out of the way. It's not a problem. Must I always be the one to point out our forehead's errors?
Maybe there really is something.
Where Fraulein speaks of a doctor's car.
His car?
He couldn't drive it because it was in an accident. That's right. Maractus clearly had a big garage.
In which sat a green sports car, was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car. No, don't fall for it, Apollo. And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand. And our defense was out of case.
Oh, we haven't used the clock on the.
The phone doesn't matter, I don't think.
Yeah, but it has a 9:30 clock on it, right? So, if at 9:30 the murder occurs after it, he's looking at someone hiding in his garage, and he's also looking at Trucy out front. Okay, he's looking at two people in his garage that are just stuck there. Right? You have a panty thief running through the neighborhood, but that would have happened after. Never mind.
Yeah, the timeline's
No, that happened before. That happened before. He got caught with Trucy's panties first, and then went around, and then found and became the witness afterwards. So the college guy is actually in two must-be places at once. In the clinic, in the garage, and then right after he's in.
Well, no,
right at.
him being at the clinic could have been at any time after the accident. It could have been any time after the accident because the car had to be there and the car was never used again. So any time after the accident is when Mr. Stickler could have been there. So it could have been after he left the scene, the scene after the murder. He could have been around that time.
He was also the one who just hit Phoenix, right?
Yeah, the victim hit Phoenix.
Yeah, if the victim hit Phoenix, why would he want to take his car out?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what Trucy's about to point out here.
You know the green car? I bet it wouldn't run. I bet it was broken.
Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Fräulein. Too bad you're quite wrong.
Yeah?
Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
Daddy? That's right. That's right. The car that hit Mr. Wright. What's that green sports car? Oh, yes, I'd nearly forgotten about it.
Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car? It's because the mirror was gone. It would be pretty easy to prove it was him. A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead.
No. No! Order, order, order. Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Maractus use his car to carry the body?
That groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days.
Everything I've learned. Mr. Justice, is contradiction cast out on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. Better save. The defense will have to explain what happened that night.
What?
Someone else stole the stand. No way. I don't think the car ran.
But why wouldn't it?
Let's think about it this way. If someone stole the stand, who? And why would he care? He had a car, right? If the car didn't run, he can't run it, and obviously that would be a probable cause for him not to take it. If he carried the body in the car, I don't... 2 is the only option that jumps out at me. Oh, the car didn't run because Trucy's underwear was in it.
Oh, yes. Clavier told us about that. It is this. It wouldn't have run because the things are in there.
I have an idea. It's all coming together. It's all coming back to underwear. Everything's coming up panties. That's night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car.
Now you're making even less sense than usual.
Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together and the explanation is simple. If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night. To the underwear. Let's see. Let's see now. Panties again?
I love how the music cuts off there, too. Oh, I am dropping frames.
All sorts of things. Nope. You want us to pause?
Frames want to balance out. We good? Stop dropping. We might be good. Cue it.
Okay. All sorts of things are come out of my panties. Even the truth. Doesn't know. Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these panties, the latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid. In the Maractus Clinic garage.
What?
What? What? What? The snatcher hid the panties in there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them? Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information.
I can't believe this detail was relevant.
And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. So you were here investigating?
And I was on the way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Yeah, we get it. How interesting.
While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start.
What?
That's why Dr. Maractus had to use a noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of. Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps up your doubts quite nicely, I think.
So it does. Where am I? So dark, can't see. Cramped. It's pain. My throat is burning. What's your problem, man? Yo, Doc! You know, Doc, I know what you did! Walkie?
Walkie? Oh my god.
You lied to me! So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your medicine, man! Wait, let me explain. Fine. I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me. No. Ruin everything. I have to stop him. Jesus at once! funny. This isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well. Too bad.
There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witnesses running. I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use the public phone to inform the police. Which is when I made my escape.
Which is when you left that slipper print.
Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. Threw them out after I stepped in the paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice.
I was wondering about that. Eh?
I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone could get Waki declared guilty, it was you.
Wow, she had no faith in us. I believe we reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing?
She confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now.
Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost. I think he already knew. Figured out who she was a killer a while ago. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either.
Something the matter, Air Forehead?
Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. Yay, confetti!
Confetti!
Court is adjourned. You have to wonder who has to clean up all the confetti.
Alright, June 17th, 4:12 p.m. Court defendant lobby number 2.
Great job, Apollo. You did it. Yeah, we did somehow. Waki's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he'd always wanted to be. No, he's not. And he has you to thank.
Hey, attorney man! You gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes?
Or to blame, I guess.
You get my Alita back! Stupid porn head attorney with a death wish? Enough, Waki.
The dad. Ah, Mr. Kataki.
It's high time you opened up your eyes, Waki. What do you know, old man? Think about time you opened yours. Give up the life trying to be business. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Waki.
I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out. If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending? Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kataki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Waki.
It's because he needs money to pay for the surgery.
Oh, Waki, Apollo has something to tell you.
Eh? What's that?
You better save just in case you give him the wrong thing.
Probably this one.
Yep.
Or would it be this one because this is actually like what Mr. Kataki has seen?
That'd be actually what he saw. So, he wouldn't have saw the report. Think about it, Waki. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday.
But it is a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean you. You aren't really. Are you? I searched the globe, and I found one. Doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. But it's an expensive procedure. Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. It was a gangster laugh that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean.
Nose or eyebrows?
What?
Those are eyebrows.
Please understand, Walkie. Dad. Man, I wish I'd see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for...
Walkie.
Listen good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. Try to hide your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer.
My Walkie.
No, it's as it should be.
Mr. Kataki, I like them more without the puppy dog eyes.
I'm glad to admit I'm not so good with words. But I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you.
Who, me? I don't think.
Someday, I'll bake you one of the latest Kentucky lime pie.
He's opening up a pie shop?
So long.
And he was gone. Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the Right Anything Agency. Hey, since when do I work for your agency? We make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going. Why not? You did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. The power mine that you showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Though I can't say I care for much what her father has become. Oh, that's right, we have to go someplace first. Huh, where? To get ramen.
Yep, gotta get the noodles.
Way to claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon. Ah, salty noodles are right. He's got the stand back already. Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat. Oh, it's special, alright. Please, anything but him. Well, there we go.